Well, this is an update that I'm going to show y'all how I made this layout. To start with, we're going to start with the outside oval, and this is for the people that's requested on how I made this layout. I'm going to go section by section on the tracks. We'll start with the outside oval, and we're going to start with the straight track first. Alright, we've got 9-inch straight track. This is Atlas Code 100. There's one 9-inch, there's two 9-inch straights, 3 9-inch, and 4. So there's 4 9-inch straight tracks on your first outside oval. You back up and come over here. The first switch we come to is also measured out as 9 inches as well. This is the number 4 Atlas Code 100 snap switch remote. So you have 1 9-inch, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's 5 sections on the straight track. Now we're going to go around to the curves. This curve, you start with your outside oval first. These curves are 22-inch radius, Code 100 Atlas. You got 8 piece sections here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to make the complete curve. That's 22-inch radius. Alright, what you do is you center it between right here on the corner here. You want to center it between this edge of the table and the other side. It'll fit perfectly between the tables once you set it up. Alright, now on the other side we've got straight track 9-inch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You got 5 pieces of 9-inch between curve to curve. Now all you do on the other curve is the same thing, 22-inch radius around the curve. And that means now you got your first oval set up. And I'm going to make this real quick and sweet. If you miss anything on the video, you can always back it up and show it again. Now for your next inside oval or your center oval, you want to set up another your switches first. Now to set the gap between the tracks, it should be about 1 3/4 to 2 inch. You buy Atlas assorted track. It comes from a 3/4 inch piece up to about a 2.5 inch piece. Use the smallest piece in the set, and you can see it right here. This is a 3/4 inch piece of assorted track. You put that between the 2 switches, and then you get another left hand switch and connect to that. Then you take another left hand switch and connect back to back here with that. Then set up your next 3/4 inch section here, and then another left hand switch here and connect to that. Now you got your switches set up. Alright, so now on your center piece, we have from the curve to the straight track, you got a 6-inch piece of Atlas Code 100 track. You put right here in this spot. Then you come on the other side of the set of switches, use a 9-inch here, a 9-inch here, and then we have, like, I believe it's an 1.25 inch section here to the curve. Alright, now back up over here, and we're going to come out and we're going to show you how I made that 20-inch. Atlas does not make a 20-inch radius curve, so the way I did it is I took a 22-inch and an 18-inch radius curve and I mixed them. Start out with a 22-inch radius first, then an 18-inch radius, then a 22 radius, an 18, then a 22, an 18, and end up with a 22. Now on your back side of the oval, you want to start out, I think I got an 1.25 inch section here out of your sorted range. You put it right here. Then you put another 6-inch piece of your straight track, and then the next piece is a 9-inch, another 9-inch, another 9-inch, and another 9-inch. And then you start with your curve again on the center oval. 22, 18, 22, 18, 22, 18, 22 till you end up over there. Alright, now we'll go back around here we're going to do the inside oval, which is 18-inch curved tracks. What we do is we start from our switch on the inside. You got a 9-inch here, and then you have, I believe that's 2 inches. Let's see, where's the ruler at? Well, I don't have the ruler with me, but I believe that's an inch and a quarter or inch and a half piece here. Then you come up here and you put an inch piece here, and then you do your siding on the inside. Put your another left hand number 4 snap switch for your siding on the inside. Then you start out on the curves on the inside. You got an 18, 18. It's 18 all the way around to the other side. And as we get on around this side, you start out with, let's see what we got here, 6-inch piece of straight track, a 9-inch piece of straight track, another 9-inch piece of straight track, a 9-inch, 9-inch, and then a 9-inch switch. Now this switch is a left hand number 4 snap switch. Now on the inside, the siding for the inside, you have 2 right hand number 4 snap switches. You hook those 2 together, and then you start out over here on the first siding, and you use a 9-inch straight, and then use either an 18-inch 1/3 piece track or a 15, and that curves it off, and then you use 9-inch, and then it looks like it's 1.5 inches or 2 inch, and then you put your bumper at the end. But make sure when you're doing your measurement, you don't run over to the track to where the cars will hit it. Then you come back over here on this siding, and you use on all switches, you'll get a little 3rd piece of 18-inch. You curve it in, then you use a 9-inch here, a 9-inch here, 9-inch, and then like a 3-inch or 2 inches right here, and then your bumper, your next bumper. Then the next siding, same thing, 18-inch curve. It comes with the switches, and then use a 9-inch, a 9-inch straight, 9-inch straight, 9-inch, then like a 3-inch or 2.5-inch piece here, and then your bumper. You just measure it out, and you'll see that we don't want to get it close enough that the cars are going to hit the bumper. Alright, now go around to the other siding that's on the inside, and here we got, you're going to use, I believe that's an 1.25 inch straight piece. Then you were using 1/3 inch, 15-inch, 1/3 inch, 15-inch here. Then you use a 9-inch piece straight, 9-inch piece straight, 9-inch piece straight. Then all of these sections here are all the 1/3 section of 15-inch radius, and bring it all the way around until you come out to the bumper here, not getting close to the track. And basically the way I wired it, if you look real close right here, you've got what they call, Atlas makes joiners with wire actually hooked to the joiner. You'll see where the wire hooks up into the joiner here, and the wire hooks up to the joiner here. You want to also make sure that you power up right here on this switch, because I'm using DC here, not DCC. So your DC directly goes from this switch to the next oval, through this switch to the next switch to this oval. Instead of connecting to that power out here, you got it connected right to your switch. Now down on the bottom here is where I made a little table, and there's my transformers. I got one transformer for the power to the track, and one transformer to accessories for your lighting and your signal flashers. And then I made me a little panel board right here for all your switches, and these little switch relay switches come with the switch, and I set them up on the board in categories just the way they're up on the panel, and these 3 go to your inside. Now what I did is I isolated this siding right here. You only have to isolate one rail. I've isolated this rail here with this plastic joiner and hooked it to this switch right here, so I can turn it off and on. And then these two switches are isolations over here for this track and this track. You can isolate over there too and run your wires to these switches here and here. And basically that's the way I did it, and if you have any questions, please ask me, and thanks for watching.